Good morning, Ajuli ji.
Very good morning, Sudhir.
How are you doing?
Lovely, and it's so great to be here.
Even it is very great for me also to invite people like you who are inspiring, making some change and impact in the industry. We are so honored to invite you today.
Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Then, Ajuli ji, we will start with a few of the basic information details about you. We want to know what is your background in terms of education, in terms of the family, in terms of the location. You can please share with us.
Okay, I start by saying I'm a small town girl. I hail from Ranchi,
Okay.
and I did my education there, moved on, and came to Hyderabad when there was an internship opening in Times of India.
Okay.
And that's when I came here and never looked back. The city grew on me, and I love
In
Hyderabad.
which year it is?
So this was long time back. So it's been more than 18 years now.
Super.
So I've been here, and even when I got married, before I was getting married, my only condition to my husband Sumit was that he needs to move here. I'm not budging from here
Okay.
because I love this city and
Yes.
I'm not moving from here. So
Okay.
yes, it happened, and the city grew, I grew.
Super.
And there was so much in this city. City has so much to offer.
Right.
There are so many opportunities
Yes.
that there has been no looking back. And the
Yeah.
people, you're one of them, are
Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, thank you.
So always there to help me. And life has been a roller coaster ride
Yes,
for me.
yes.
So with you all around, it's never been a hustle.
Super, Ajuli ji. And when it comes to your work experience, how was your previous into all the media operations? And
Yes.
you know a lot of fundamentals. So
Absolutely.
please give the
So I
information
have
about this.
learned a lot,
Hmm.
and when I start talking about my profession, I owe it to my mentor, Ms. Vanaja Banagri,
Okay.
who I interned under in Times of India,
Mhm.
and she literally helped me grow.
Super.
She was a hard taskmaster, but today I'm so grateful because she taught me, how to write
Only
the
the
basic
best masters
way.
will
Yes,
shape you.
absolutely. And even today, I get a lot of opportunities with her, and I'm eternally grateful to her.
Super, ma'am.
She has made me what I am today professionally.
Wonderful.
And in life, I have to start by thanking my mom.
Mhm.
She has been my garden, my mentor, that light that helps me shine.
Super.
Her light reflects on me,
Super, Ajuli
and
ji.
she has always encouraged me. My mother never said that you need to achieve or you need to, really win.
Yeah.
She always said, just be yourself. You
Super.
are a star,
Super.
and you just be yourself.
Super.
Another two people I would want to mention here, without which it would be incomplete. My better half, Tumor
Yes.
Tulsyan.
Yes.
He has been there, and as we talk, you will know why I'm mentioning their names. And my daughter Kyra, who is in grade 5, and both of them have been by my side, have always, supported me in my dreams, and that's where I am today, thanks to them.
Super. And with such a wonderful journey and industry, why you have started your own venture, Edge and Essence, and what is that strong reason that motivated you, or the situations that they turned you from an employee to entrepreneur?
Beautiful question, Sudhir. And yes, I think I'll pour out my heart here. So I was in the media and was with the strongest of the houses,
Yes,
and anybody
yes.
would ask me, why did you leave that?
Yeah.
When it was, didn't have to bother about the profits, didn't have to bother about business. You could just pick up your salary and you're done. But I think there comes a time in everybody's life when they want to chase their dreams and fulfill them.
Mm.
I went through a very tough phase in life, and all of a sudden I was diagnosed with brain tumor.
Yes.
It was pituitary macroadenoma, and I went for surgery. And post my surgery, the tumor was sitting on my optic nerve. So the choice that was given is whether the eyes or the life. Of course, life was the answer. It had to be. It had to be. But then by God's grace, I survived, and I'm right here. And I'm very
Thanks to
grateful
God.
to God. I'm really, really grateful. Om Sai Ram. And yes, and today I have lost my periphery vision. But, I think God wanted me to be driven around royally.
Right,
So it's a joke which I tell my husband, that God didn't want me to drive around. He wanted me to have my husband driving me around all the time, so that I lived royally. And here I am, I have my central vision intact.
Super.
Though it is 20%, that's all I need. Yes, I take the needed precautions. And what keeps me around is a zeal to excel. And so when this happened, I had to take a break, but then I had to bounce back.
Yes.
I'm not a person who can sit idle. Because if I did sit idle, and this is a message to all who've gone through this, never think it to be the end of life. This is the beginning.
Yes. Yes.
And if you have a dream or a mission to fulfill, you will never go into depression. You will never go into a self-pity mode. And that's what happened with me.
Super.
I, weighed all the pros and cons, did all the permutation combinations,
Yeah.
and then realized one thing that I really knew was writing.
Right.
I've
right,
always
right.
been in the media.
Yes.
And going with what the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has set forward, it is Digital India.
Right.
So that's where, my digital magazine
Super.
came into action. I launched it on 1st December 2024. And it's been a beautiful journey.
Yeah.
My first anniversary was celebrated with Shah Rukh Khan on the cover.
So it's not
And
at
what
all
more
an
do
easy
we
thing,
have?
yeah.
What more do we need? I have had many of the celebrities supporting me, and I'm grateful to them too. Whether it's the Sonu Sood, Vivek Oberoi,
Wow.
Ada Sharma, Sheena
Audience listen this
Chauhan.
carefully.
Yes, all of them have been there in my journey. When I was just launching it, they hadn't even seen my worth. They vouched on me.
Super.
And they asked everybody to support me.
Super.
And thanks to all these people, my friends, my besties, my support system, and once again, my mother, my husband, and my daughter,
Yes.
my mentor. I'm here because of all of you. Thank you so much.
Super, Ajuli ji. And during this transformation phase from employee, and again, you have certain health issue and you have started your own business. What are those little challenges or the obstacles you have faced where I have to take the next step?
Absolutely. Good question. So, Sudhir, see, I have always, numbers always scare me. Even in school, I was good in maths, but I don't know why I was scared. I mean, there was a joke my mama will tell me that, when I was writing my board exams, it was my
Okay.
father sitting whole night solving my maths
Okay.
papers
Papers.
while I was sleeping peacefully.
Okay.
So maths always had that effect on me. And business is all about numbers.
Right.
And that's the hurdle. That's the
Okay,
only challenge
okay,
I had.
okay.
Because I didn't know, see, it's not about just setting shop.
Right.
It's setting shop, giving employment to many others,
Right.
and also coming out with a profit.
Yes. Yes.
So after a year, now I think I'm in a comfortable position
okay.
where
After you have seen the
I've broken
operation
even
flow.
and I'm making
It's
profit
quite
too.
common for the broken
Yes.
business for everyone.
And I'm so proud to say I have a loyal viewership of 3.5 lakh plus,
Super, super.
which is beautiful.
Right.
And I've not always made it monetary, because there are some stories that you cannot measure.
Right.
They are priceless.
Right.
And I've ensured that I've featured them.
Super, super, yeah. And why especially the digital magazine? Because even I know there are few magazines or the newspapers who are well established at making well revenue from last 20 to 30 years. They are also moving into the digital format.
Yes.
And during that phase, and internet revolution, startup India, digital India, phone pay payments, and people are going for the mobile apps like crazy.
Yes.
But what is that strong point that connected for you that I should start only the digital magazine?
To be honest, if you do your maths,
Right?
the kind of investment that you need
Right.
for a print magazine,
Pretty expensive.
you cannot.
Yeah.
More than that, see,
Yeah.
print is now going passe.
Yes.
Yes, I'm very nostalgic about the print. That's where I began my journey. That's where I learned everything. But we have to move on.
Right.
With AI now, I mean, being a writer, when AI came into being, I was so angry. I was one of them who said, these guys have come to take away our jobs. But today I realize it's not that.
You
I
have
mean,
adapted that.
there's so much time. We can do things faster.
Yes.
Who says you have to spin everything through AI?
Yes,
No,
yes.
but it can help you, maybe generate some things which could be fast and you polish it your way.
Super.
So it's like having an assistant all the time.
Right.
And also I think, the viewership. See, if I had a physical magazine, there were only a few print copies that I could have done.
Right.
And only those people would have been able to
Right.
read. But with a digital magazine, there is no limit. It can go everywhere. Just
Right.
a link. That's
Right.
all that needs to be circulated.
Right.
And thanks to a global organization that I'm in, BNI, which is there in 76 countries.
Right.
Just the link is enough to attract all the people all across.
Right.
So
Right.
that is why I've moved to digital, and I'm very happy I'm running a digital magazine.
And you just give me one small information, how your digital magazine actually works from the sourcing of the news to giving the publicity to the customer, how your operation flow works.
Sure. So what I do is, we don't do a control C, control V here.
Of course.
Okay, so what we do is we interview the person. So
Right.
first of all, I want the story to come out the way, say for example, today if I have to interview you,
Right.
so I would first want to blend it with your personal and professional efficiency. So it won't just be branding you, talking about, stock live OTT.
Yeah, whatever.
It will be also Sudhir as a person.
Right.
You know,
Right.
because the person that you are will shape your profession.
Yes.
So what I do is we first take the profile of the person,
Okay.
talk to the person.
Okay.
Then we frame a few questions. Either
Super.
we interview physically,
Super.
but being a digital magazine, I prefer doing it over Zoom or doing it digitally.
Super.
So, otherwise I'm not sending the right message across.
Right.
So I then take the answers, a proper interview, and I then do the story,
Drafting.
the writing of the story, the
Right.
pictures.
Right.
A lot of
Content,
effort
yeah.
goes into
The
it. I have a
effective content
beautiful
for the
team,
magazine, yes.
and I'm there to support them, guide them, and that's how the story comes into being.
Then Ajuli ji, one interesting thing I want to know, why you named it Edge and Essence for your business? What is the reason behind that particular name?
I'm so glad you asked, because
Yeah.
not many ask this question. But yes, Edge and Essence. First of all, when I was shortlisting a few names, there were many that came. Being a
Right.
writer, I had literally more than 100 names that
Yes,
went there, and
yes,
I was
yes,
lost.
yes.
But then I don't know why there was something that struck here. Edge, because I want to have an edge over others.
Okay.
And essence, because I want to leave that mark. I want it to bloom. I
Yes.
want it to spread.
Give
It
that
should,
fragrance.
that little extra touch
Super.
should be there. So
Super.
that's why this name struck out.
Super.
And Edge and Essence is here.
In
In short, we call it E2 Mag.
Yeah, E2 Mag, I know that. And I have heard there are few channelizations in your Edge and Essence, like Wellness Edge, Property Edge, Hair Edge. What are these things?
Yes. Wow, that means our social media team is doing good. So yes, so after a year, I realized Edge and Essence is doing well.
Super.
But I also because like if look at a political party, what
Aspect,
do? They do
Yeah.
a ground check.
Ground reality.
They say the ground reality
take the
check is
polls.
done. They take
Yeah.
polls. They do. They
Reviews.
take interviews, views, then
Feedbacks and everything.
feedbacks,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
they decide their plans.
Yeah.
So after doing similar way, we had a discussion with many. And what I realized that what was the need was industry-based magazines or
Okay.
verticals.
Okay.
So where I spoke to a few doctors where they said we would love to have a magazine
Super.
where maybe we could talk about our practices.
Super.
And it's not about competition. It's about collaboration.
Super.
So, when an orthopedic talks about his area, his
Service.
niche,
Yes.
a gynecologist talks about her niche. So it can just, it's a magazine where it's a plethora of information.
Super.
And for a reader, even for a doctor or for somebody, a medical practitioner, it would be such a beautiful read. So the same way, I thought, let's go for Wellness Edge, not just
Okay.
doctors,
Okay.
but it's all about the mind, body and soul.
Super.
So if your health from top to bottom is right, then you are healthy.
Super.
So that's when I launched Wellness Edge.
Okay.
So we can have yoga practitioners here. We can have
Okay.
medical practitioners being
Right.
featured here. We can even have mental health doctors. We can have those who meditate. All those Reiki. There's so
Right,
much. There's
right,
no
right.
limit now.
Of
There's
course.
no end. So all that comes under Wellness Edge. And the other one which I'm launching and which I'm sure you must have seen on the
Yes, yes.
promotion is Property
Property
Edge.
Edge, yes.
So Sunita Peruri is a very dear friend.
Yeah.
And so we've collaborated with her brand, Twella
Yes.
Homes Private Limited.
Okay.
And that's how Property Edge was born.
Okay.
Property Edge is going to be a quarterly digital magazine.
Okay.
So it's going to feature real estate in totality.
Stories. Okay.
So whether it is residential or whether it is commercial, whether it is an architect,
Agricultural,
whether it is a
whatever.
solar person,
Super.
whether it is a builder or an interior designer, even a
Okay.
Vastu expert or a painter.
Super.
Could be a tile expert or a person who does the lifts in a building.
We're all
So
related to
everything
realtor
can
and
be covered
construction.
here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we have made it paid articles
Okay.
because we always feel, there should be some revenue
Value.
attached, some value attached.
Yes.
Otherwise, it just goes for a
Right.
toss.
Right.
It's not just about business.
Right.
It's about giving that due respect
Yes.
to each story.
Super.
So that's how Property Edge is born, and we are hoping to launch it in July first week.
Wonderful.
And
wonderful.
work is already in progress.
Yes. Yes. I have seen
And
the
a little
progress.
bit of homework is successful because
Super.
you've caught it.
Yes.
So that is one more. And slowly, I think verticals, we are going to launch
Right.
one vertical
Right.
after another.
And I heard about for the woman exclusively also.
Yes. So we had launched Her Voice,
Yes.
which was launched on 8th March. So,
Okay, yeah,
towards
yeah.
International Women's Day.
Women's Day.
And what we did is I didn't launch a vertical, but I
Okay.
dedicated the entire Edge and Essence to women. So March edition of Edge and Essence only covered women's successful stories.
Super.
And honestly, that was the turning point in my life.
Mm.
There was one story, I will not name the person,
Yeah.
and due to confidentiality. So, she was suffering from cancer, and it had been a long struggle for her. And when she had been in doldrum, she had been very depressed because she
Okay.
also lost a life partner.
Okay.
And her story came out. I got a call from her after it was live, and she cried and she said, after a long time, I feel so good about myself,
Super.
that there is a value to me
Yeah.
too.
The
So
job
I said, of
satisfaction.
course, and that is what I want to do.
Okay.
I want so many like her to come to my platform, share their stories,
Super.
and if you've inspired even one person,
Right.
You've
right,
done your
right,
job.
Right. Right.
so that has been my biggest success story.
Super.
And that motivated me to launch other verticals.
Super, Ajuli. And as a first-time entrepreneur,
Whew. Nobody trusted me. Nobody believed me.
Yeah. Even I want to ask,
Yes.
who is that particular client who suffered you a lot?
No, I don't want to name them. Who
Don't-
knows? They may become my
Yeah.
advertisers
No
tomorrow.
problem.
But yes, there were many.
Yeah.
Because the biggest
I'm
question
asking
was...
about the challenge, not
Yes.
about the person.
Yes, no, of course. The biggest question was, why should we trust you?
Right. Right.
So I told them, because everything needs to be trusted first. If you go and try something at a restaurant, which you've not tried earlier,
Right.
you trust it,
You have
right?
to trust
That
and
little
test
bit
it.
of trust, you
Yes.
have to give it.
Yes.
Same way you can give me. And
Yes.
I'm not asking for some crores of
Right.
investment
It's-
here.
Yeah.
It's a small story.
small story.
And that story, the kind of result it will have, it will be splashed all across social media.
Super.
It will be there in the magazine. It will be there on the platform, and it'll be seen by 3.5 lakh people. What
Hmm.
more do you want?
Yeah.
And so that was the challenge it took me. There were calls that went forth.
Okay.
There were many who dropped out, then again came back the next month.
Okay.
There was someone who came after 6 months
Super.
and said, now I can see your magazine is doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
So I was being tested. I don't mind. It's
Of
okay.
course. Of course.
So we also, I know, even when we buy a car, we test drive it. So it's fine. So yes, there have been challenges, but I think I've learned from each of them.
Super. And who is one good client who trusted you well, even without much explanation for them? Still, who is that best client? Because we always say, this is my
Absolutely.
best client, right? Who
Absolutely.
is your best client?
So this is Kirti and Anand from
Okay.
Arbor Road Estate. Thank you
Okay.
so much, guys.
Okay.
I mean, this is a sustainable resort
Okay.
in Vargal beyond
Okay.
Shamirpet Lake.
Okay.
It's a beautiful place.
Okay.
And they have been my, I write stories on them, and they have been, they have trusted me from day
Super,
one.
super.
And from the first edition to now. So from the December edition to the May 2026 edition, if anybody reads my magazine, Arbor is always there.
Cool.
So, they have been there. They have been given, I take their feedback as well, because
Right.
that helps me improve
Right.
We are not all perfect,
Right.
but we learn from our mistakes.
Mm.
And it's so beautiful to have clients like this.
Super.
And I don't call them my clients. I call Arbor my second home. Because
okay.
yeah, they are perfect. They are our partners, and they have been with us. They have
Super,
been
Ajuli
given
ji.
their stories and advertisements
Super.
from day one. So
Super.
thank you guys.
Super. And I want one of your trade secrets as an entrepreneur, how you will find the client, how you will approach them, how you will close the deal.
I think the best way, like people say that you need to be very professional. You need to, think and measure what you say. I work the other way around. I am just myself.
Right.
And I'm very honest.
Right.
I tell them that, jo dikhta hai, wahi
वो
bikta
बिकता
hai.
है, yeah.
So I am giving you a platform jahan aap dikhoge.
Right.
Bechna aapka kaam hai.
Super.
If you're lucky, yes, you'll get leads here.
Yes,
But
yes.
I do not promise. I mean, there are
Right.
many who say, if you put your article here or
No, no,
whatever,
no.
you'll get a lot of leads. People have got leads. That is
Yes,
different.
Yes, yes.
But then I do not promise that, because
Right.
that would be lying. So
Yes.
I base my whole thing on honesty.
Super.
And yes, I'm very committed. I ensure that your story comes out in the best possible way. And there are times when such stories, when people said, oh, I didn't know there was so much to me. So that feels good.
Super.
Digging out the strength of a person
Right.
through words is what I do.
Yes, 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 yes. And even I agree. See, writing an effective article, designing an effective magazine is one job. And the customer has to read and he has to trigger that I should approach this guy.
Yes.
Of course, for taking a decision, mind will give million calculations. That is no one's responsibility. But how effectively we are representing is always the good part.
Absolutely.
And Ajuli ji, I want to know what are your future plans, expansion plans, and what is that one big vision and mission of Agent Essence?
Awesome. So my plan is simple. I want to be seen, read by everybody in the world.
Super.
So, and actually that's not a very big ask.
Right,
Because what
right.
needs to be done now is I've just begun.
Right.
So today I know I'm sitting with StockLive
Yes,
OTT, and I know
yes, yes.
there'll be many who will be hearing me.
Right.
So, I want to bring out your story. I'm
Super.
here to bring out your story.
Super.
And never consider this as a business. Consider this as a collaboration.
Yes.
As we come ahead and share our story,
Yes.
there'll be many more who'll come.
Yep.
So my plan is to grow Agent Essence, to make it one of the most read digital magazine
Digital
in the
magazine.
world.
Super.
Number one. Number two, I want to start as many verticals as possible.
Right. Right.
So let's look at various industries and let's start these verticals. Let the stories be seen. And the best part about these verticals, say for example, Property Edge. So we'll have interior designers.
Right.
We'll have builders there. We have
Right.
architects there.
Right.
So apart from the story, a little info about them will be there at the end of the story as well. So nobody needs to reach me.
Right.
So a little collaboration platform can happen through my magazine itself.
Super,
You are
super.
a builder. You're building a place.
Yeah.
And you need an architect. The
Right.
architect's contact is there. You
Yeah.
need an interior designer. Interior
Yeah.
designer's contact
Wonderful.
is there. You need the tiles person, the solar person. Everybody is there.
Super.
So this is my vision.
Super.
And as I grow, I think I'll learn. I'll add more stuff to it. And I'll share it here again.
Thank you. And one final question is that you are working with few of the NGOs, service industry, and making impact in the society. Please give a little information about that.
Sure. Thank you so much, because this is not something I talk about and people tell me, why do you not talk about?
But
Because
but you
I
have
feel,
to share,
yes,
others will inspire and they will also start working on
yes,
this. At least
absolutely.
they will keep a hand to help for you.
Absolutely. So, I when COVID started, I'll start from there, and my birthday was around the corner. So when we were all indoors, so when my husband asked, what do you want to do? What do you want for your birthday? That time my father-in-law was, he's a cancer survivor, and he COVID struck him, and it was, I think, the second phase, which is very critical.
Right.
And we had to run from pillar to post to
Yes,
get
yes.
a bed for him.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I realized I've been in the city for a long time. And if I am unable to do that, what about common person? What
Yes.
about others?
The regulars, yeah.
Poor
the
thing, they must be
travelers,
suffering
migrants.
so much.
Yes.
So then I said, let's start a COVID task force.
Okay.
And that's when my husband and me, on my birthday, we launched a COVID task force.
Okay.
close group of friends joined me. And today we are 450 volunteers
Wonderful.
across India. We are there in every city. So we have not dissolved this group. So
Super.
today what we do is somebody wants, blood, or somebody wants a bed somewhere in any hospital. Due to COVID, I got associated with, I connected with many hospitals.
Super.
So we can help them that way.
Super.
During COVID, we had doctors around the clock. So, my Pulak Puneet, who is
Okay.
from, he was from Abu Dhabi. He's a
Okay.
doctor.
Okay.
So he was there. He took the calls in the night.
Okay.
And his sister and me are childhood friends. And that's how he joined my task force.
Super.
And that way there were many doctors who joined. So patients were attended to because they couldn't go out. And so that gave me the, that idea to work more.
Super.
Another very, very sensitive or emotional arena in my life is women and girl child. So not just girl child, but children. And there are so many incidents, unfortunately, that happen. So I try my level best to support them in some way or the other. So, for example, during COVID again, there were many women who were going through domestic abuse. And I tried to help them in their battle. So I do not fight the battle for them. What I do is make them feel
Train them.
strong.
Train them.
I connect them to the right people. So I
Okay.
connect them to a lawyer. I connect them to, the police people, show them what they should be doing, how they should file an FIR, how should they lodge a complaint. I am there for them, help them to get their stories heard. And that's how I help them. Then also help them for employment, connect
Okay.
them to the right
Okay.
organizations
Wonderful.
where they
wonderful.
become self-sufficient.
Super.
So I've been doing this for a long time. For children, I've always, tried to help them. And Good Touch, Bad Touch has been one such program that I've been running regularly. I help them in their communication skills. Today in the world, communication is
Must and mandatory.
the mantra.
Yeah,
If you know it, if you're good at it, you can
achieve
win
any other
everything.
thing, yeah.
So, and this is where many elders hesitate. They're not very confident.
Yes.
So I'm trying to do it in Generation Z and Generation Alpha. My daughter is Generation Alpha.
Yeah.
And believe me, so much, I'm learning so much from her.
From them, yeah.
And so this is one thing I do. I'm the National President of Women Empowerment Council, Wiki.
Super, super.
I am the network head of Lean in Hyderabad.
Oh,
We
nice,
call it
nice.
Lean to Lead Hyderabad, where what we do is these two are women organizations, voluntary organizations, where we are the support system for each other.
Super.
We also create awareness. So we have financial awareness sessions, we have mental health sessions, we have emotional intelligence sessions. So these are a few things that I do.
Super, super, Ajuli. And before we conclude, in terms of business jargon, I'm going to ask you give me your 1 minute elevator pitch for your business.
Mhm.
So if you can simply say like within 1 to 2 minutes, if you give that, it will be more effective to reach the more people. So on a very short glance,
Yeah.
tell me what is your business?
My business is going with the times. We are in the digital era. And that's where I launched my digital magazine, which is Edge and Essence. Edge and Essence is all about bringing stories to life. Edge and Essence is a lifestyle magazine. So whether these are personality stories, where you have a story to share, could be your personal struggle, could be your professional struggle, could be something that you learned along the way. So that comes here. There are travel stories. So a virtual tour, as you read these stories, you go into those tours,
Yes.
which you would never have dreamt of going.
Right.
So in May edition, we have a story where a writer of mine, she
Okay.
went to Korea
Okay.
and she shared everything about that.
Nice.
So she gave the tips, she talked about the places, she talked about the
stay
food.
there, yeah.
So these are all real stories.
Super.
So next we also have health and wellness, where we have about mind, body and soul. We have experts who talk about taking care of your mind, your body and your soul, because that's where happiness lies.
Super.
We have entertainment, of course, without it, it doesn't work. We all are fans of somebody or the
Yeah.
other, and that has to be mentioned here. So yes, there are a lot of things to learn from them as well. It's not easy,
Yes.
to live in that stardom.
Yes.
So those stories are also shared.
Super.
So, this is what my magazine is. So it's all about talking real, bringing to light stories that people have lived,
Right.
sharing those stories and making you live along with them.
Right, right.
And my whole aim is to make these stories inspiring.
Super,
And that's
super,
how we pin it.
super.
We interview each person,
Super.
no matter which, category it is for.
They are, yeah.
So that's what it is,
Super.
Edge and Essence.
Super, super, Ajuli ji. And I wish you all the best from bottom of my heart, because you have gone through all the health struggles, family struggles, and nowadays people need it. Someone can simply say, why you need to take that? Why you need to take that extra, but then why this and that? But that commitment for something and, making helpful for the something, that is what we are actually the human beings.
Absolutely.
I
absolutely.
really loved it, and I wish you all the best to achieve in health, wealth, your business magazine, and your social service as well. And definitely I will help whatever the way possible according to my limitations and possibilities. Definitely I'll try to help you.
Thank you so much. And it won't be complete without mentioning Stock Live OTT news
Thank
platform.
you.
This
Yes.
also goes in line
Yes.
with my magazine, in sync
Yes,
with my
yes.
magazine. We are both echoing
Sure.
Narendra Modi ji's digital mantra.
Yeah.
So I think together there's a lot we can achieve.
Yes,
You
yes.
have your podcast and I have my stories to tell.
Yes, yes.
So together, let's go far. Let's touch lives. Let's spread stories. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. This means a lot. And you know what? This was my first ever podcast in my
I'm
life.
the guy then.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you, Ajuli ji. Have a good day.